Hello and welcome to day 161 of Dungeon 23. I am running out of time. I spent way too long on this. We're just going to speed through it because I am not going to edit this video as much as I normally do. It's going to be real quick. And this room is very involved. It's actually more so like 3 rooms or 4 rooms. But it doesn't matter. We're just going to blast through it. So this bit is that it's like a prepper's house, like a bunker. And this is the front door here. This door is locked with a DC 14 lock, actually 2 of them, and touching the doorknob with your bare hand is going to cause 2d4 lightning damage, or half as much on a successful save, which is DC 13, and you need a DC 14 Arcana or Tinker's Tools to undo the battery trap that's attached to the back of the door. So you still have to open it to actually get to the mechanics of it. Now, going up this hallway here, you get to, there's a false wall here where a DC 17 actually knows it's fake, and that takes you in further, but we're going to go to this guy here, where this door is locked with a DC 17 lock. If opened quickly, the creature standing in the space in front of it, which was highlighted in green, must make 3 different DC 12 dex saves, or be shot with a crossbow bolt from across the room, dealing one, actually that should be 1d10. So 1d10. So basically up to 3d10 damage for each one failed, or rather if all of them failed. So 1d10 for each one failed. Here's of those crossbow bolts, obviously. And that is guarding this, which is actually another decoy. There's a lot of decoys in this room. And this chest is locked with a DC 13 locked. When opened, the creature opening it must make a DC 16 dex save or take 2d6 acid damage. This could be avoided if the creature makes a DC 15 investigation check to notice it's booby-trapped. And then from there, a DC 16 Thieves' Tools is needed to actually disable the acid trap. And maybe the party gets a cool acid vial out of it. And the chest is empty, with the exception of a singular piece of paper with a drawing of a hand giving the middle finger, because this has been a trap. Now going on to this decoy room here, obviously the false wall leads here. There's a decoy goblin. It's just a plush doll that resembles a goblin as a bit of a joke. And this is decoy loot. The chest is unlocked and it has a just fake stash of rations. It's just 2d4 rations. Eating them will cause a DC 12 con save. And if you fail, you're poisoned for an hour. Now this could obviously be avoided with detect poison and disease, which is useful to actually notice that it's poisoned. Or you just cast purify food and drink on it, then you're good to go because you nullified the poison. Now this door that goes into this room here is a mimic door. It is just a mimic that looks like a door and is loyal to the prepper goblin. So if for whatever reason the party is like befriended mimics before, because that was an option earlier, then maybe he'll just say, hey, listen, just leave this guy alone. He's paranoid. He's crazy. Just go. Take those crossbows as your loot. Take the acid vials. Just leave because this guy is crazy. That kind of stuff. But if not, they could fight him. And go to here, where they find this door. The door is reinforced with iron bars, which basically means we're going to use the iron DC and AC and health for the breaking down the door. But we'll get to that when the actual party encounters it. And it has a DC 20 lock. It's really hard to unlock. And if you touch the door in any way, a magic mouth will just start screaming intruder alert, and just repeat it for like 10 minutes. Obviously that could be disabled with dispel magic or any other kind of anti-magic. Now here's our actual guy. So he uses the Goblin Boss stat block, but he has a few exceptions. He's extremely paranoid, so he gets some bonuses. He has a bonus to insight, so he has advantage on insight checks, advantage on saves being charmed, advantage on checks versus illusion. He's also immune to sneak attack damage because he's so paranoid he knows it's coming. And he also has a +1 heavy crossbow. And because it's a heavy crossbow, we're just going to say he doesn't have disadvantage. We'll say he's specifically trained with it for so long that he doesn't have to worry about disadvantage with it. And I have that attack down here. Just not a D1 110, that's a crit insanity. Just a D110, 1D10, +3 because it's a +1 weapon, and his dex is +2. And +3 to hit, again, because he's proficient. Actually, that would be a +5 because he would be proficient in this. So yeah, that's our little prepper goblin guy, super paranoid. And here's his loot. 5d10 plus 15 cans of soup. A lot of cans of soup. And maybe like 2 cans of soup is equal to 1 ration. The important thing is there's lots of cans of soup, and it's going to really weigh the party down. Also, 2d10 plus 2 cases of crossbow bolts, and each one has 20 crossbow bolts in it. So, lots of crossbow bolts. He also has a pickaxe and a crude drawing of a goblin digging his way out of the dungeon with a pickaxe, and it's just labeled My Escape Plan. Because this guy's paranoid, and he was prepping for something big, something bad's happening, and he wants out of the dungeon. Maybe he'll help the party if they escort him out, but he's probably not going to trust them. And that is our room for today. Like, comment, subscribe, all that crap. Come back tomorrow if you want. And I apologize for the poor quality. It's not going to get any better.